Okay, so originally I went through probably 10 minutes worth of rambling to explain how life works in the land of Castlevania. I'm not going to put you all through it. Basically, what you need to know is this. I based everything on the original Nintendo Power map, and then I had to transfer it to Disney Infinity style, and I used graph paper, and this is what I based it on. A map I made 3 years ago. A couple of adjustments were made. Yada, yada, yada. Let's get this thing started.
The fates have smiled upon us, my friend. Our mighty partnership shall vanquish any foe.
All right, I got some stuff running in the background I got to turn off.
Foe.
Okay, now we are back. Windows was taking up all these different resources. Okay, so this is the starting town. It doesn't look like it because it's not. I'm not even going to answer those questions. All right, so this is the starting town in Simon's Quest. It is the town of Jova. Some pronounce it Java. I am not sure if these are Romanian words translated into English or Japanese made-up words translated into English. So your guess is right. Whatever you think is right. All right, so it's the town of Jova. All right, so in this town is where you start, and are we going to do missions in this? I don't know. I don't know if we're going to do missions or straight run through. All right, so in the game, there's a day-night cycle, but this day-night cycle goes through a randomizer, right? So you can get stormy night or a clear night. All right, so in the game, there's two ways to go, right or left. Well, here it's in the corner, right? And this one takes you to the Dead River, and it's the docks. Now, in the game, when you start, you're going to get your hind end handed to you if you go this way, because all the enemies take like 5 hits or something like that. And you have this long swamp to go through, and you don't have anything to sustain your health because you die by staying in the swamp too long. No, we're not going to do that. I mean, I could, but putting out, as I found out in one of the builds that I was doing for the last couple months, trigger areas extended out will actually cause your game to use up way too much memory in the long run. So you got to limit your trigger areas. All right, so here is the Java Woods. And when BrownBat mod 1.3 comes out, you will have access to all the different terrain pieces that you have not seen yet, like the bushes and stuff, because they're not all of them are in 1.2. So you'll see them in 1.3. That should release in August. All right, no, this is August. That should release in October. All right, so down here, normally there is just water that the whole lake or river or whatever goes right through here, but I had to make Castlevania big. So I just put the mountain going right through here, and now I blocked it off to save space on not having to put all these caves going through, and maybe come back in the end if I have enough space after everything's done and map it out. But on the other end, you're going to see an opening. The idea is to make another toy box. You go in there, and then it's another level. All right, so if you didn't know, you have an opportunity to connect 10 toy boxes together at max in one game. And that's cool once you get all that working. But this is going to be the central hub, or the main hub, I guess. All right, so we're going into the town of let's see, that's the South Bridge. All right, so we're going into the town of Virus. All right, so after the bridge, the Java Woods bridge, and then the Veros Woods. So the woods, name of the woods, coincide with the town that it surrounds. Or, yeah. So that's how that is. So I wanted to use some Pirate Town. So, you know, in the game, you have 2 levels of building, you know, first floor, second floor. I don't know. I just thought, all right, so I'll just have these on the second tier. All right, so here's one of the optional nights or night times, just pitch black. So, you know, you have down and then you have up, you know. All right, so not having played the game in so long, I don't know, unless I look for another map, where to go. Some of the places doesn't matter with the order. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go this way, and we're going to go into more woods. And this is going to take us to Dennis Marsh, which is a swamp. And yes, I'm walking slow. Why am I walking slow? So you can get a feel of the atmosphere. All right, so now you can keep going the way I'm going here through the swamp, but over here, this is what's called Dobby's Path. And Dobby's Path connects different areas. So, at least in my map, you can get to El Jiba from here, or you can take another route. I'm trying to think, is there any other place? Well, we'll have to explore Dobby's Path later, but just know that that's the path going through the mountain that is actually in the game. Now, I thought it would be cool to put this smack in the swamp. All right, so this is Berkeley Mansion. Now, in the game, Berkeley Mansion, if you look at the layout of the map, the backside of it goes to a dead end off the East Bridge. And if you look at the Nintendo Power map, it actually is right there. The East Bridge goes to Dennis Marsh, which is right here. But in the actual game, there's no way to get behind it. There's just can't. I mean, the side scroller game ends here. But in actuality, that's where that ends. Or where that ends, the East Bridge begins. And of course, why did they do that? Because you could just skip right through the game. But anyway, you go inside there, you complete the quest, and then you circle back. If you don't play the game, modded game, not this one, I'm talking about the modded Castlevania 2, with the upgraded actual translation of the text, you need a guide because none of the townspeople tell you the truth. It's all mistranslated. It's pretty funny. I never even knew. I just got the Nintendo Power or whatever guide it was and just followed it. I didn't care about the story. I thought the atmosphere was cool. But anyway, we're going through the cave here. And if it's nighttime, it's easy to get lost. And also, it's easy to get lost regardless because there's so many different paths to go. And they kind of all look the same. But I tried to put lights in the... So when it turns nighttime, it looks really night. It looks really neat. So maybe we'll wait here. This is, I'm not sure which version of night it is, but one of the darker nights, it looks really cool. Cooler than this. So I'm not sure where we're going. I just know I'm following the lights. So this town, I'm guessing this is going to El Jiba. So we made it to El Jiba Woods. We'll know if there's a cemetery to the left. That'll be El Jiba. The only other path would be to Grover Mansion. So this must be El Jiba. So we got the green sky. Yep, so now through the town of El Jiba, go through the El Jiba Woods, part 2. But it's going right into Camilla Cemetery. And I got some decent tombstones, I think. If you're unsure what that is, I don't know if I should spoil it, but it's the door to Watto's workshop. Like, that looks like a tombstone if I ever seen one. But yes, Camilla Cemetery. And who's Camilla? Camilla, in some translations, is Carmilla. So Camilla actually is a disembodied head in this game, in Simon's Quest. But in other lore, she's the vampire. I don't know her relationship in the traditional game canon, but I know she was Dracula's rival in the Netflix series. But yeah, anyway, this is a swamp graveyard. The tombstone stopped up here, but nevertheless, I was thinking about putting a mausoleum somewhere in the swamp, but again, it's one of those things. It's not in the game. It would look cool. There's already 2 mausoleums in here that aren't in the game, but they're in cemeteries. I thought it was fitting, right? But I think it'd be cool. But like I said, I'm not going to put them in until get to the end, and if there's space, then I'll take care of it then. But this is oh, by the way, that was Joma Marsh that we just traversed. But this is Laruba Mansion. You know, Laruba, Jamaica. Ooh, I wanna take you to Bermuda. All right, shut up. All right, so what if we go back here? It is nothing, absolutely nothing, because there's nothing back there. So I was thinking about putting cliffside, but I'm like, you know what? I don't have to have more cliffs, so if I don't have to put it there, I mean, at least it'll save like 0.0005 memory, something like that. Now, here's another part. Well, here is a part I deliberately cut out. And that is it's called Uta Lower Road, or Uta Lower Road, however you want to pronounce it. What it is I don't know. It looks like when they did it in the game, because it was on 8-bit, it's a water level, but you're not in water, but there's water all around you. So there's some path that goes from a mountain, cliff, cave to water, and I don't know how to conceivably do that. I mean, I could make something, but it won't look right, and I won't be happy with it. It just looks really good from this end. I mean, you come out here and just look at the scenery. I mean, there's dead ends in the game as it is, and those dead ends that are in the game, I made them connect in here. So here's our dead end. But you can see the castle over there. I just turned sunrise and sunset is the same in the cycle. Yes, the shadows are the same. Someone said you didn't change the shadows. If I don't know how to do it, I won't do it. So if I didn't do something, I don't know how to do it, or it's beyond my control. And just lay that out there. So you don't have to make comments. You forgot this, you forgot that. Most likely, it's because I can't do it, because I don't know how to do it. So show me how, tell me how, and I'll do it. But I've monkeyed with the shadows before, and I don't know what lines I'm changing. There's a whole line of code, and just replacing it with other codes from Skydomes doesn't always make it look right. Usually makes it look worse. Oh, look what I forgot to do. All right, so I'm not sure if I want to... Yeah, I'll leave it alone, because the swamp terrain I'm not pleased with. You can't tell what that is. It's leaves, but they're so small you can't tell. So I'm thinking I'm going to change the swamp ground to look the same as the forest. That way they'll be able to blend, and the only difference will be the cliffside. I think that's what I'm going to do. I don't know. Like I said, little tweaks here. That's why I haven't released version 1.3 yet, because I'm still working on a little. Plus, there's 2 months that I was inactive working on something that you'll see. You'll see. It's one of the biggest things I've ever done as far as Disney Infinity goes. Well, all right, it's on par with the Brown Bat mod. Let's put it that way. So I was the no. All right, so we're going back through here. Then we're going to go, I think, back through the cave again. The Davi's Path, right? You know, I've tested this out multiple times, and I never got the randomizer to hit the black sky. Because it's 1 out of 5. And now it's hit it twice. So I'm wondering, packs and tools in the game. Oh, there it is. Make the flashlight available. I think I'm also going to change the night cycle to be longer than 60 seconds. I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to do it 2 minutes. All right, so I don't need that now because there's lights in here. So let's see if we can find the other way and not go back to where we came from. So if there's no lights, I bet you that's a dead end because I didn't put any lights there. But it wraps around. Nope, that's the swamp entrance. Did we go... Did we go to the... Yes, that's the... Yes. Berkeley Mansion in the... Buried in the swamp. We need to get to Yuba Lake. Of course, I can go outside and fly. I need to put something... I should put something in here. Oh, that's the town. I should put something in here. I did, right here. That patch of grass. But because it wraps around, you could easily go in circles. Here we go. So this is the one you need a crystal or something. And the lake in the game goes down, and then you go through a cave, and then out through the other side, you go get to the mansion. But we're not doing it that way. You complete a quest, whatever that quest is, I'm not completely sure, but here is the switch that would activate when you get here and allow you to cross to the other side. And then you would go into Rover or Lobber, depending on the translation, mansion. Complete your quest, because the idea is completing all the quests in order to get into Castlevania. And I'm not going to follow through the same way as the game where you have to collect Dracula's body parts to resurrect Dracula to kill him again to release the curse. It's kind of lame. All right. It's kind of lame. All right. So get all that taken care of. And then with whatever you got, this goes to Burke. See how it wrapped around? So I could have came back this way. So whatever mansion, there was 2 mansions. So one of those mansions is going to allow you to access the ferryman. I think. I'm not sure how it's going to play out. It's going to play out different than the game. Anyway, go back through here. Back to Java. Right? If you have any ideas how I could change it, because I want to use this layout for Castlevania 1 and 2. Possibly 3. Maybe all of them. I don't know. Because 3 came before 1. And just use the landscape, and would just be changing the storyline and the people in the town. And yeah. Anyway. All right. So we get here. Now we have a clear night, which means nothing. All right. So we go down to the docks. Not enough light down here, by the way, when it's that dark. We get down here. Here's the ferryman. So this is supposed to be like the ferry boat. So in the PC version, the pirate's boat does not connect to a path, which is stupid. But anyway, so I have this connected to a path creator. I don't have it go all the way just because I'm not exactly sure. The paths in this version and the PC version are worse. I think using the path creator are worse than the console version. So you got to be even more careful. And I don't want to reconnect all these pieces again. So I just left it as is until I can figure out, make a path here, or alternatively, unlock this and drive myself. Probably not use that though. And then that would give you access to all the areas here, but guess what? You can't get anywhere else except 3 places to have a dock. But it is cool to run around here and traverse the water. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Probably use the log, not this. Oh, wait a minute. For some reason, I thought they had a gun on it. So, yeah, probably use the log. So park your vehicle. Probably have the docks extend down here as well. Because we have to do something so you don't walk on water. And there's 2 ways to do that. Delete all of this. I can delete all of that, or I could stretch a really big trigger area that turns off when you get into the vehicle and turns back on when you get on the vehicle. So if you don't properly get back on the docks, you're going to drown. Just thoughts. All right, so here's capsized boats. I just put them up here. So this is the fishing community. It's not as epic as some would think, you know, like the hillside fishing communities in Scotland or something like that. But it's a fishing community nonetheless, because I said so. But when you get through here, it's no longer the fishing community. This is the town. Normally it was the Saddam Woods in the game. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to put a cathedral town in here. And this is the headquarters of the church. Whether they are up to good, up to no good, or up to good, I don't know. But this is where I combine the 2 towns, Alba and Andal. And it seems like in the Castlevania series, the head of the church, at least in modern time, the head of the church is corrupt. Always, seems like. All right, let me see if I can fix this. Because, yes, okay. I'll have to do a tutorial on that. Someone said angled things don't work for them. There's a trick to it. And did I get the trick right? Absolutely not, because it needs to go the other way. Anyway, I'm not going to save it. I'll just have to reload it. Yeah, it needs to be flipped around. But anyway. So here is the Storagoi. Nobody knows. graveyard. And that's just a coincidence. The time it turned night right when I went in there. Coming through here did not change the time, the sky. But yeah, here's the mausoleum. I'm thinking going to the mausoleum for a quest. I don't know. I'll have to write it all on paper. Pretty much like writing your own video game. All right, so here is Deborah Cliff. Now, instead of getting a red crystal and kneeling and having a tornado take you up to the, I believe it's the Jam Wasteland, it's getting the item, coming over to the cliff, maybe dynamite. Maybe I'll get dynamite. I don't know. But the idea is to destroy that wall. And the wall will come down, which, let me just put something in here to show you what I'm talking about. I'll need to drop that down a bit so we don't get Z fighting there, but regardless of which. So this will allow you to go through the other side of the mountain. Traverse right through Deborah Cliff, and then you'd be able to go through Jam Wasteland, which is this right here, to the town of Doma. Now, of course, that mansion that we skipped, because we can't go in that anyway, but you've seen it, the other docks. That was Brahms' mansion. Yeah, so let's. I think this is the last mansion you get. I forget the order. So here allows you. You need that. You need to get here in order to get to Dracula's castle, technically. But we already found that there's another entrance. But yeah, this mansion, Bodley Mansion. And if we jump up here, you can see over there where we were looking at out earlier. And that is where we're going. All right, so we're going to go through Doma. And we're going to go, this is the North Bridge. Again, you can see at the other side, there's that mansion over in the forest. And these woods right here, do I have that written down? Yep, the Doma Woods. It's the same name as the town. No, it's Doina. You know what? I can't read my writing. So the town was Doina, and the woods was Dora, whatever. Dora the Explorer Woods. Down here we have the East Bridge. But here we have the town of Yami. Now this is the town that had no proper church. Actually, had like one townsperson in it, an old lady, in one of the secret basements that asked you to live with her. This town has nothing. So it's just a passageway into Vlad Graveyard. Vlad Graveyard, of course, leads up to Castlevania, Vlad being the first name. I'm not going to go there yet because I think I missed something. Oh, yeah. In the video game, here's where the dead end is. Yeah, so we just came back around to Berkeley Mansion. So going across the bridge takes you into the back part of Dennis Marsh in Faros Woods, I believe. Yeah, and takes you to a dead end. And then you have to loop back around with invisible stairs. But anyway, I just figured, you know what? I'll just you can just walk right through. Thing is, you won't be able to get into the castle until you do all your quests. Regardless of the reason, because there'll be a different reason based on the time frame. So if you're Trevor, it'll be a different reason than if you're Simon, I guess. And then Simon has 2 quests there. But what about Richter? I don't know, man. I got to do some more mods. But yeah, here's another mausoleum. And probably do something in there. I don't know. Maybe just go in there and just fight zombies. I don't know. But anyway, being daylight, should we go up here? Does it ruin the atmosphere going into Castlevania during the daytime? I'll just stand here and wait until the time changes. Well, I don't want pitch black. I don't know. I just thought pitch black being a 1% chance or a 1 out of 5 chance would be rare. So I like this Sky Dome, and right now it's what do you call it? Not sunrise, dusk. No, sun, morning, whatever. The first part of morning when it's dark. Oh wait, is it? Yeah, no. Sunrise is red, and it's not red yet. Anyway. Oh, Stormy Night skips the red? No, there's the red right there. I don't know. But anyway, sunrise. The morning sun has vanquished the horrible night. So, but yeah, just look at the courtyard here. And we go to the mountain. So what I did here is I just built a small version of Maleficent's mountain. So, of course, when you're walking up it, it doesn't give you the... doesn't do it justice like it does when you're looking at it from afar. Anyway, climb up here. Now, I don't want you to have to go right in. There'll be, like, guards that come out or show up out of nowhere. I don't know, as things are. I got to put more trees down. Big trees to take up more space. Not necessarily memory space, but to cover more area so I don't have to use a bunch of little ones. But yeah, this one you do not go inside. Actually, these are city pieces in here for the windows. And yeah, it's just a small version of what I actually would have liked to build, but of course we're limited. And that is the Transylvanian countryside that will be available for download with the ThatBrownBat mod once 1.3 comes out in October. Alright, so I hope everybody likes this, and I hope y'all are excited for version 1.3 when that comes out. So until then, remember to keep on modding, keep on messing, and keep on building. And again, there's a couple more tweaks I got to do. Like you see that door, it needs to be reversed. You know, that seems to be a sore thumb right now because I've tried to fix that multiple times. Almost got it. And I got to put more trees down. Black sky again? Oh my goodness. Maybe I'll get rid of the black sky just because it's annoying that it's happening more times than it should. By the way, at least in the PC version, the randomizer sliders for the frequency doesn't work. It always reverts to 5 after you save it and reload it, unfortunately. So you have to do it the old way like they did in the 2.0 tutorial. But I'm rambling on too much. I will see you guys in the next episode. And the next episode will probably be a condensed version of this because some people don't like to sit and listen. So get to the point because people get upset. I understand people have issues. I have issues. Okay? You're not the only one. Listen to the Rolling Stones. You're not the only one with mixed emotions. Until next time, remember to keep on modding, keep on messing, and keep on building. And I can't wait till you have your hands on this because it's exciting. But again, more tweaks, and I'll see you guys next time. And just when you thought I was done, I decided to make another version. In this version, as you can see in this clip, we had some really bad frame rate drops. Bad, like bad. So yeah, this toy box is at its limit. So I combined some things, got rid of some blocks that aren't needed, combined some that could be combined. And I also got rid of the Merlin towers. There was like 6 of them inside this town right here. And then I proceeded to use another theme right here, as you can see, the modded Frozen Flourish. Because if you didn't know, the alleged Dracula's Castle, there's like 3 of them, 2 or 3 of them that are supposedly the real one, but whatever, there's a long story behind it. That's not what I'm talking about. But Transylvania itself is in the Carpathian mountain region. Well, mountains get snow, and I can see I missed some pieces here. So I said, well, I'm not going to get rid of or override the other one because mountains don't always have snow, but they are known to have snow, so that would give us snow. Plus, if you played Castlevania Lords of Shadow, they talked about how the vampires preferred to live in the cold climate, and I can't remember why, but anyway, Sir Patrick Stewart does a great narration anytime he does narration. As far as who can come into this toy box, not more than one boss, I'll tell you that. As far as the enemies, when does it start stuttering? Well, some of the enemies are worse than others when it comes to memory. So let's test this out. I know I can definitely load at least one vehicle. We don't need any more than one vehicle. And that is a boat of some kind. All right, so put it in. Well, wait a minute. When did it start? It was when I activated the smoke and brought a vehicle in. So there was at least one NPC run. No, there was 2. Elsa and Anna were somewhere, and it doesn't matter which one, so I'm just going to put Anakin and Ahsoka, right? And then I'm going to go to ground vehicles. Well, I'll get a flying one. Doesn't matter. I don't think it would matter. I just want to see if we're going to have an issue. Let me get a vehicle that I know. Here, this one has some transformation stuff going on. Now I have to get to that vehicle, and since I don't have the radar marker, I have to guess. All right, here it is. All right, so let's find where smoke is. I can see it's starting to stutter right now. Smoke is trying to activate right here, even though I got rid of the Merlin towers. Well, it hasn't done what it did before. It is lagging. If you played games back in the 80s, some lag isn't that big of an issue, right? But modern day, we've been without lag for so long. Any lag is annoying. So it might just be the smoke. So I don't have the smoke on just when I get into particular proximity of areas, but it pretty much almost crashed the game. Oh, that's right. I had 2 vehicles out. I had the swamp thing out. No, I didn't. Because I changed the swamp thing for the snow, the Avengers snow speeder. Or not the snow speeder, the oh my goodness, this thing. So what I was doing is I was just driving through, because I changed everything to Frozen just to be funny, and then I started driving around with the snowmobile. All right, we don't need. Well, I'm not going to delete stuff in this now because I just put stuff in there. So I just want to make sure it's not going to completely stop on me. You know what I mean? Just have the game freeze. I don't want to go that way. I can't say it looks better than what it did before. For what it is, it looks just as good. So it's not stopping. So for fun, let's see if I can recreate that. Because maybe just getting rid of the Merlin towers was a straw that broke camel's back. And I got rid of some blocks underneath. But I don't need all those shoals in here. Because, shoals. I think that's what they're called. Muscle Shoals has got the Swampers. They've been known to pick a song or two. Yes, they do. Love, they get me off so much. They pick me up when I'm feeling blue. And how about you? Sweet home Transylvania. All right, I think we're good. I think I got rid of enough stuff so where it might stutter some at certain spots. Yeah, so it was areas like this. Actually, I was in a town. What town was it? It was the town with the cemetery, which is... It was here, and I think we already went through here testing this out. So it was going through here and going through here. I think that's where I was. Anyway, it's not doing what it was doing, so that's a relief. I'll just have to know that I'm not going to have a bunch of bosses and a bunch of vehicles and at the same time. No toy box rumbles in here. And let's see if I actually do put a billion, not boss characters, not actors, because they have so much logic that causes, it takes up memory. And I have to put logic connections in here, which take up memory, by the way. So I got to be very good by using logic gates. All right, so we're going to need people, places, and things. Well, they're all the same, putting him in there, and the same is good, but we're going to want different ones. Not sure what do we have for enemies. I had to go through and mod these things to give them some kind of realistic fur or something like that. But not right now. Rhinoceros. Oh yeah, these guys, definitely. But where are the zombie enemies? Definitely I probably wouldn't have this many at the same time. I don't want to make a game where you're like, and you're dead. It's not fun. I'm looking for, where are they at? Where are the extra characters? The extra bad guys. Oh, I never changed their icon. All right, so the Vampire Teddy is who? All right, that's Zombie Jax. Who's Shock? I was trying to make goblins. That's why it's a little cowboy. They're annoying. Goblins are annoying. Who's Barrel? Barrel is nobody. Barrel's free to mod. Oogie Boogie's free to mod too. I like Oogie Boogie. Shut up. No lag. All right, I think we got it. As long as I don't have to put a billion what's in here. I'm trying to think. What are they? Logic connections. But there will be a billion logic connections. There's going to be townspeople that are out in the towns in the day, disappear at night, I think. And then enemies come out at night. But pretty much the enemies that are going to come out, for the most part, are going to be the same kind. All right, so test good. Want to see what the castle looks like when it's all ice? It's just pretty sweet because it leaves the brick and coats it with ice. I didn't realize it would do that, but that's cool. Anyway, I'm gone for real this time. I'll see you guys in the next episode, whatever that may entail. Until then, remember to keep on modding, keep on messing, keep on building.